3 million. You buy one motor. So they hear you, they go, World Ogbo. You say, how far? And maybe that World Ogbo chair will suck when no coding. I drive the motor to go. The pothole where they bypass will give you a motor. He said 3 million. You buy motor, say buy motor 2 million or 2.5 million. The remaining one, you as you carry the motor to go, your bad road you give mechanic will take you for that money. You just put the motor for road again. Before you the year, the say school strike, you go pay huge amount. That money they give, they'll collect them back with the bad nature of the country. Is it not time for us to be very, very wise? So to me, I stand for truth. I stand for justice. I stand for fairness. If Nigeria good, now for my benefit. Those days, they come like this for work. When I want to do marriage, I know how much Honorable E.G. Agbonaima give me. Before the expiration of Jonathan's tenure, I know how much he give me. When I do my marriage, and that's why I do shoulder. I know how much Senator Egedo boss Ame give me. I do shoulder. Today, that same amount of money where they give me will get value any at that time. No, if you buy anything again for market, and we say we don't want to return government back to its lost glory. We get everything we do smith for here, but Ghana smith cheap as Nigeria smith. Eh? Yes, now. Electric, well, we not get light here, but with the supply of the African country light. But we not get road here. Federal government plan to tie road that are on that country. Buhari told us in Edo State that we are truly members of the opposition party. Go and check. No federal road good for Edo. I hear say the other man will say me local. The threat is say if anybody you talk about money, Ingo you the share now. Ingo make sure say he share 100K. Nigerians are busy waiting to eat your money. Nigerians are busy waiting to eat your money. You will know that no matter how big money be, mouth go finish am. Nigeria dey wait for you. Bring the money. For as long as you are not following people into the QBQ, they'll come there, they'll vote for their man. They'll come there, you say, we did as you directed. When the countries, they will be like war film for you. As we speak, go. If you think I am lying, go to your area and let me tell you where Obi will clear. Any governor will not support Obi go lose relevance for a polling unit. Any rep member will not support Obi go lose relevance. You know why? This Obi election is like an election that took place in Edo State. Now that kind of election won't take place nationally now. Nobody control who to vote for Edo. We did there like we say, come. Now here they say, leave me. I came from my house to come and vote for Obaseki. Nobody you didn't tell me now. Nobody said they'll go there, they'll vote, they'll come out. That's how it be for this national election. If they want to come for it, say no. Take money, they'll call it and say, we will do it. When they put our pocket, they'll go back over their choice. Then they will go back to their home. Because that money, now their money, they'll use that money, go to live where. Awolowo will say, eat their money. Don't vote for them. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. If you ever know what I say, what my game my oh. See, get yourself prepared. Don't let anybody deceive you. As we speak, now every person will say no like better thing. Go say we don't want this one. May go, bros, brother, sister, go and think. Even that political party where you dey die follow. Say now here they go. if that people, if they win, they no call you. The first 11 are them. The second 11 are their children. The first 11 are them and their associates. The second 11 are them with their children. The third 11 are their cousins. The fourth 11, they don't see, they don't if you remember them till the next election. That is why citizens are praying on a daily basis for a better life, good road, electricity, sustainable electricity supply, portable water, palatable water, and adequate physical infrastructure. While politicians are only praying for the betterment of the next election. Politicians, when they do election in 2023, they'll tell you, say, if you try what happened in 2023, 2027, and that politician don't know whether they go to 2027. But they don't talk about 2027. So an average politician thinks of the next election, while citizen thinks of a better life. If they tell you say social media not get it, tell them say no wahala. As we speak, Obi is spreading like a wildfire. Only testing the microphone for only one church. It's not cause Calcutta. He never go for church now. He never go redeem. If you see the number of Christians in the north, you go know say Kano population is 30% Christian. How many states in the north do we call Christian state? Muslim state. As we speak, Taraba state now 100% for Obi. Plateau state now 100% for Obi. Kaduna, even Erofai go shock. Na 80% for Obi. Nasarawa na 100% for Obi. Niger state na 80% for Obi. And na there dem Ibrahim Badamasi Babajida de Ango Abdullahi na call Notana. Now I will not say much in respect to how the victory will be, but you know what? That Kano where they put man, Atiku Abubakar, Juan Kwaso, and Tinubu will share vote in that area. Yeah, guy. Then Obi will come and take just 25%. More than give me only 25. He go leave the rest of the money scatter. Then the only place that will prevent Obi from winning this election is the East. So let the East go and put their house to order. Politicians will do everything to make sure say IPOB come and say we declare sit at home. You where they cry say our country that the oppressor we need to share. You must not share this country. This is an opportunity for you to right the wrong. Go and I go one place, go sit down, make I enjoy. As I reach there, they enjoy. You know what I see? Now Peter Obi meeting in the whole day. Igbo, Yoruba, different people did they do. Now on our territory, now they come and say, nah. Igbo meeting na the whole have been a party meeting. Una the whole with Peter Obi meeting, we don't know. They're going to explain to me, say no, come not be so. Subsequent meeting, we will let you know. My dear, you see crowd. Nobody tell me, say my quick tell they say me safe. Now obedient fellow. Let us may go cap. May they go cap. We know if they say will they say church, will they look back? Christian was the vice president. We not see this on TikTok. Not to talk of say that you can be Muslim. Yeah, this Tinubu, it shows the clear sign now. They show us the clear sign. So if we like mistake now, we can't do. Then they tell us that's what they want to. So if we come mistake, say no, it's not because now here we for they speak English. Satan speaks English a lot. They say no, we don't. It's not about religion. We must stand to. It's just about let the most competent win. It's not about religion. But that's just where they play religious card against you. Okay, forget your to sabi. Stand. Tell them say no, we don't agree. Forget your to sabi. Tell them say no, we don't agree. Forget those English. And let us face reality. We don't agree, make it happen like that. Turkey was a secular state, today it's an Islamic country. Don't tell me say we no need it not be like that. Excuse me. Hello. Good evening, sir. Hey, Babala, you are in live broadcast. You are busy now. You're in live broadcast tonight. You are true. They're watching like 10 minutes, like 30 minutes now. Hey, good Baba. Boss say the smoke, go for Suleja.
All right, my people, thank you very much for your time with us on this particular video. I would like us to reference to another one video here from our Edo brother as well about Obaze. The video was posted in our group, Nigeria Watch group. So I saw it there. I thought we should reference to it. These are PDP consecrated supporters, but I'm surprised what they are saying now in the like of Comrade Stalios Azor Sakonokode, about Obaze, and many more who are supporting PDP. Many of you know these people are PDP people, but they came out, they are speaking about Peter Obi. I wouldn't want to spill everything out, but I want us to listen to what about Obaze have to say about Peter Obi as well. Then we'll move on.
That is just the simple truth. Anytime I discuss this Peter Obi ambition with my PDP friends, they will tell me that lie. Forget. You don't get structure. Atiku get structure. Tinubu get structure. You don't get governors. Obi don't get senators. You don't get House of Rep. You don't get House of Assembly. And they only tell them, say, with the way Nigeria they now. Now, I don't know whether any governor day Nigeria today will give instruction to the masses and the masses listen to them. With the way this country don't carry so. I say the masses are going to vote on that day and they're going to vote their conscience. Before, religious leaders, especially pastors, they collect money from presidential aspirants to work for them. But this time around, it is organic. If you see what people like Paul Engeche is doing, some other men of God are doing, trust me, the Christians are going to shock the Muslims with votes this time around. Now this election, I'll tell you, say Christians, they get PVC, but they don't vote. They get PVC, they don't vote. 2 days to election or a day to election, they'll go subscribe their DSTV, they don't abandon because of crisis, because of political fight called talking. But with the way Christians take police matter for head, if they come out on that day, you don't get anybody who will feel B2B. Now, all this will be matter they affect. Now Tinubu they affect more because Tinubu they bank on the southwest, the south, the southeast. Now, if you see the things when they go for Lagos now and southwest, south, and southeast, you don't get the way Tinubu will take beat Obi for south. Now let's take it to the north. Tinubu now they hope on President Buhari and some other APC leaders to deliver north front. As we speak, Buhari cannot give instruction to any northerner because of this insecurity. Northerners cannot go to the farm. Everybody now, this insecurity matter, they affect everybody, both the Christians and the Muslims. Everybody now, don't they find that easy. Some Muslims will vote for Tinubu. Of course, majority will go for Atiku because they see Atiku as their own. They don't often see Atiku, they come out, maybe Muslim, they come out as president, they're going to go support person. We'll just pick Muslim as a vice presidential candidate. Now, Atiku will get bulk votes from the north, from Muslims in the north. But I doubt if Christians in the north will vote for Atiku. Now, Ahmed Dati, the vice presidential candidate to Tinubu, is also very, very popular. One-time senator. He's also on ground. He has been PDP. He has been there. He has been very, very active in politics. Ahmed Dati will also drag the Muslim vote with Atiku and Tinubu. Why Obi will sweep the Christian vote in the north, in the south, in the southeast, and in the west. Trust me. When I watch this video now, let me see. See, let me tell you the truth. Many of my PDP friends, they are not happy with me. But this is the raw truth. I have never seen a popular presidential candidate like Obi. So trust me, Obi, as we speak, forget whether Labour will lose Ekiti. Forget say Labour not get PDP, they not get governor, they not get senator. This time around, masses are going to vote their conscience. They will not wait for anybody to give them instruction. Thank you very much. Shebi, INEC talk now say we don't get additional 11 million votes. Trust me, 80% of those 11 million votes now will be the one vote for. Thank you.
We have with us tonight Mr. Peter Obi, who has joined us in for the service this evening.
All right, my people, this is tsunami. It's happening everywhere. Peter Obi is what Nigerians are clamoring for right now. Even those that is PDP members are fighting for Peter Obi. APC members are fighting for Peter Obi. Big prominent, big names are fighting for Peter Obi. Nigerians, common Nigerians are all fighting for Peter Obi. Listen, guys, we need change now. We can never afford to miss it this time. Never. We cannot. If the pains are not affecting you, it's affecting me. We cannot. Only one video left so we can talk. Let's listen to this, my people.
Fellow Nigerians, my name is Dr. Haruna Bakogoro from Kaduna State. With the state of things that's happening in the nation, it calls for an urge. Many years we have put our trust in politicians and they have failed us. We've trusted different political parties thinking that they are going to help us, but instead of things getting better, it went from bad to worse. Corruption was just too much. Then Boko Haram virtually took over many local governments in the Northeast. The cry became national. We needed change. There was a coming together of different political parties to form one party so that they can unseat President Jonathan, because people were tired of the corruption. And who was going to be a better candidate than Muhammadu Buhari? Because when he was a military ruler, together with Idi Agbon, it was zero tolerance against corruption. Everybody was expecting to see an end to corruption, an end to insurgents, an end to terrorism. We were all waiting full of expectation. We were given months under which corruption would be done away with. I was one of the people that believed that the coming of Buhari will move Nigeria forward. Today, everywhere is full of insecurity. People are being kidnapped everywhere. The Nigerian army that used to be so strong led the ECOMOG army to bring peace in other West African nations. But now we don't have peace in our own nation. The army is paralyzed. The terrorists have more sophisticated weapons than even the Nigerian army. The police are rendered ineffective. Today, people that were found to be corrupt, instead of being prosecuted, they would just be moved to another ministry or be given another appointment. People that were in opposition parties found to be guilty, if they can just cross carpet and become members of the ruling party, then their sins are forgiven. There's currently a brain drain. Most of the talented people in the nation are leaving and they are going abroad. Doctors are leaving, scientists are going, and people that are innovators that could have turned the situation of Nigeria around, they are not in the nation. Our leaders will travel abroad and enjoy all these facilities, these amenities, all these services that are provided out there. Electricity is not a luxury, it is a necessity. How are we going to operate a nation without electricity? The Civil War ended so many years ago. What are we still doing? Clinging and holding on to what happened in the past. And if we say we are one Nigeria, why can't we accept our brothers and our sisters from the East? It is so vital and it's so important that every tribe come together, irrespective of where you live. Hey, Northerners, it's time for us to wake up. Let's stop voting based on selfish sentiments. They keep deceiving us. Where do we have Almajiris? They are made to be beggars on the street. Are you not tired of this politician? They have stolen enough. It's time to raise up a new generation of leaders, not politicians. Use the power you have, the power of choice. Use your PVC and vote correctly. Don't vote based on your tribe. Don't vote based on your religion. Vote a person of integrity, a person that thinks about you Don't be selfish. Think Nigeria. Don't think your pocket. Don't think your tummy. Don't think your own private agenda. This thing is about corporate building of one nation. We can work together in spite of the differences and build a strong nation where our children's children will be proud to live in. 2023, we must not repeat the same mistake. We need a leader that will come and put agriculture where it should be so we can start producing for ourselves and start exporting. I speak to you, my northern brothers and sisters. Let's keep aside this sentiment. It is time. Let's vote a person that has our interest at heart. A new Nigeria is possible. I believe Peter will be teaming up together with Ahmed Yusuf. They have what it takes to move Nigeria forward. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Bye-bye.
Yes, he's the man, Peter Obi. I think it's time for us to start talking about this. Thank you very much, people, for joining us. I appreciate every one of you. Once again, happy Sunday to you all. Thank you, thank you. We have across about almost 400 people watching us right now on YouTube alone, almost 300, and we don't have the like. Please like and share this broadcast, please, and let others know. We are going to start talking about this right now. The like is not encouraging at all. Remember, we are talking about the things that's affecting you and I. We are talking about our future right here. We're not talking about me. We're not talking about myself. We are talking about our future. We already have some panelists right here who's going to be taking us through on this. But before that, I'm sorry, this video, they put smile for my face. I would like make I plan once more, make we move on, make we not face just this video.
With us tonight, Mr. Peter Obi, who has joined us in for the service this evening. Hallelujah. We're happy to have you with us tonight. Hallelujah. Amen. All right. About this. Okay, praise the Lord.
All right, thank you very much, my people. Like I said before, let's start talking. Hello, I have a couple of people right here on the backstage already. Brother Nice, I'm going to start with you. Brother Nice, you have watched all the video that we've displayed today. I want you to take us through from the beginning to all any of the videos that you can remember. Let's talk about it. It's all about Peter Obi today. That's what we are talking about. Let's talk about it. Brother Nice, talk to us.
Yeah, please, Niger Watch, can you pass it to the next person? Then come back to me later, please.
Okay, good. Wonderful. I'll come back to you. My brother Alex in the building. Alex is my brother all the way from Edo State right there. He's there. He understands the pains. He feels the pains. He knows what is currently going on in Nigeria. So Alex, I would like to hear from you.
Alex.
Good day, everybody. I greet you, Mr. Niger Watch. Thank you for your media revelation intervention, for all you keep doing. Thank you, viewers worldwide. Thank you, panelists. Thank you, those on the comment section. Posterity will never forget us on the work we are doing almost on a daily basis on this platform. We are not being paid. We are not, being sponsored. We just love our country. We desire to see a better country built on truths, fairness, development, job opportunities. security. This is what we are fighting for our future generation. That is the greatest motivation you can have when you are inspired for the right reasons. So I believe victory will come, and we are very close to it. Should I start talking now, or you just want me to introduce myself?
Go ahead, my brother. It's your turn. Yes.
Yeah. You know, familiarity, sometimes over familiarity, it truncates effectiveness. It truncates the truth. You know, we have been talking here for years. Some came on board last few months, but a lot of us have been talking. But because you just log into your data, you hear Niger Watch, you hear Mr. Israel, you hear Mr. Hakim, you hear a lot of us who are telling you this undiluted truths. You just feel it's normal talk. If you were logging in your credit card, if you were paying a lot of money after buying data to hear these things, probably you place more value on things that we are saying on this platform.
Exactly.
Yeah, because it's free. Nigerians don't value free things. They have a way of abusing or disregarding or discarding truths or things that come to them freely. So I want us to know on this platform, you see the reception in that church. You see that everything we have been saying on this platform, the social media, I told you, growing up, they told me in school that the judiciary, the law, is the last hope of the common man. No, social media has changed it. The social media is the last hope of the common man. You have seen how social media has given many people justice. Social media has placed a lot of so-called powerful people, brought them down to ground zero. Social media has led to revolution in different countries. The Arab revolution started by social media in Tunisia. So everything we are saying here, you know, working out day in, day out, you know, spending time, we are not just talking. A lot of us are smart, a lot of us are educated, a lot of us are exposed, you know, traveling is part of education. Many of you guys live abroad with your experience. You now know that, oh, this is not how life is supposed to be. So I'm very happy that at least there is no demon from here that can stop Peter Obi next year. Even demons will vote for him this time around, because the reception showed it all. That church is nothing less than 15,000 seater. Imagine times another 15,000, which is their own family members, or just put it at 100,000, because many of them have 5 or 6 family members. So you can do your mathematics, and with their PVCs, and with the way young people are coming out, because they are tired of the evil going on. What are they coming to tell us this time that they've not told us before? What have we not heard from these people? The promise of electricity is zero. The promise of security is worse. The promise of infrastructure, educational development, our children, our young people at home in 6 months. I mean, they promised us fight against corruption. That was what they came into power with in 2015 against Jonathan Goodluck. And they have even quadrupled the corruption rates. So ladies and gentlemen, the fact that you have erudite and smart people coming to you on a daily basis, don't discard them. Carry your biro, carry your pen, jot down things, spread the news, spread the word of freedom, spread the word of Peter Obi, spread the word of justice, spread the word of how life ought to be. Like somebody said, electricity is not a luxury, it's a basic necessity. These are things that you must have at home. It's very important. Water is a basic necessity. I did a tour of European countries. I never saw borehole in any of the countries I went to. I never saw generator. All the tap kept on flowing, and the light never went off. And we have a country that gives 24 hours light to neighboring countries like Niger Republic, Benin Republic, even some parts of Cameroon, and we don't have light. And we have leaders who go abroad and they see these things. Peter Obi has come to change the narrative. Why I love Peter Obi, he will tell you, go and verify. He will tell you, I was already a millionaire in pounds before I came to become a governor. Go and check my records in the United Kingdom. I never defaulted my credit, my credit ratings. So what else do you want from a presidential candidate? Is he a man who promised you he's going to give you, he's going to forcefully inscript 50 million youths into the army and feed them with corn and feed them with yam? A man that boasts that is his turn to rule? A man that's close to 90 years, his in-law came out to say he's 86 or 87, that we shouldn't listen to him. He came out with his face and said, he's my in-law. He's not fit to rule Nigeria. People are tired. Even the rich are also crying. The rich also cry. It's the title of a book I read. The rich are coming out. They are lamenting. They spend hundreds of thousands on diesel, on petroleum products just to give themselves lights, and they are tired of it. And they are tired of running scatter in foreign countries, trying to put their children in good schools, whereas they have their own country. We don't have any other country. Nigeria is our only country. We must fix it. We must fix Nigeria. And I want to speak to our governors, our senators, rep members, commissioners, House of Assembly members. We have to fix this country. I love what Stanley said. You know, Stanley has earned my respect because I used to see him as a political errand boy, but now he has earned my respect. Nothing wrong in Stanley becoming a commissioner. Nothing wrong in Mr. Israel becoming a commissioner, or Mr. Akim, or even me being in government. But because of the way they've truncated the system, merit is no longer, looked into. It's just about family. It's all about people with their facts. I mean, let me tell you something about OB movement. I'm not supposed to say this here. This is on air. The Accountant General of Igbenedion Conglomerate worldwide, all Igbenedion business is my uncle, my father's younger brother. Is my uncle, Mr. Wellington. Maybe he's hearing me now. I'm sorry, but I have to say this. He confided in my father, and my father told me that half of Igbenedion family are all obedient. Half, and his grandchildren. There is a competition. There is something going on there. And he also told us, because this man is the eye of our man. This my uncle. He told me that even Esama himself is beginning to think. That was the word Epa used. So the movement, for the first time in Nigerian history, without sharing money, without going to people's houses, without having meetings. Is a Yamufe's daughter, who is a lawyer, confided in somebody close to me. She is obedient. You don't know what's coming. You don't know what's going. The families of these so-called corrupt people, they are all setting against their fathers and mothers right now because they know the truth. These are children who are less than 25 years of age, 20 years of age. Well, what are you going to tell them when they travel abroad every time and they know the truth? They don't want to go in the way of their parents. Some children are like that. If he said the man who owns this platform, the father is a PDP shifting, but he chose his own path. Something is coming next year. Enough is enough. Atiku cannot stand the wind coming. Tinubu can't stand the wind coming. Like Stanley said, the people that will deliver the unit, apart from the population, between now and January, I see massive emancipation. I see massive movement of people from PDP or people from the other party coming to Labour Party. Because if you did not support Obi and Obi wins, you've lost your political relevance. And it's true. So, my dear brothers and sisters, whatever we are doing on this platform is not in vain. Whatever we do here, all the checkmating, all the information bringing, all the yearning for a better life, it is the right way to go. People did it in other countries. Japan did not suddenly become Japan. Japanese made efforts. They sent money home. They built their country. South Korea did the same thing. So we are doing our bit. Social media has come to change the narrative, because you cannot deny it that the way people are living in some parts of the world, Nigeria is just like 20 years, 30 years backward. Imagine in this time of life, we are still struggling for electricity. We are still battling for insecurity. Whereby in foreign countries, we have private security active companies. Private. You can just go there and just give them the name of your house, the name of your company. They just take over your building, everything. They send people there almost on a daily basis because the government have showed them the way. We have leaders over the years, all they know how to do is to borrow money. All they know how to do is to truncate us. Young people can no longer dream. Have you heard of a 35-year-old guy aspiring to be a president in Nigeria? Hell no. They've made us believe that a youth is now a 50-year-old man. APC youth leader in Edo State is in his 50s. How do you explain that? Is that a youth? Because of the way they've corrupt the whole system. Security now is not a no-go area. And you cannot develop. You can't do anything in a state of anarchy. So, brothers and sisters, Nigeria Watch and your team, you are doing a great job. If nobody appreciates us or appreciates you this time around, history will never forget all the efforts, all the daily struggles we put in to make sure we change the narrative and sell a better candidate, a candidate with antecedent, a candidate with visible credentials, a candidate that wants to tell us how it should be. Obi said something that I love. He mentioned 5 states in the north. He said that state can feed Nigeria, feed Africa, and export food to the whole world. He mentioned it, and he mentioned the land mass, and he mentioned how he was going to do it. And he mentioned how north is the new oil of Nigeria. Come on now, what can beat that idea? So, and we have a president who we don't know if he's alive or dead. Where bandits now have the guts and the audacity to attack presidential convoy. Where do the common man not stand? So we don't have hope. I even hope that Nigeria remains one before next year election. Because we have a group of leaders, a group of rubber stamp senators who though have risen to their duty in the last 1 week, which for me is too late because they've been alive, rubber stamping all the borrowed monies. They've been alive when people are being kidnapped, left, right, and center. The Senate just now are culpable for me. So maybe they are seeing the mass movement of Peter Obi. They are trying to do something so that later next year they will say, oh, we did our best. I was there. We moved a motion. We will almost impeach the president. Meanwhile, they have been part of the government. I want to speak about Festus Keyamo, who is a lawyer. He's a minister in Buhari's cabinet. I'm disappointed in you, Mr. Festus Keyamo. You were involved in a struggle for emancipation for the Niger Delta. Festus Keyamo, you are a disgrace to your profession. You've been quiet all these years. With all the knowledge you have, with all the wherewithal you have, you've been quiet because monies have entered your mouth. Festus Keyamo, history will not forgive you because you've not come out to speak against, just like the vice president, Osinbajo. You've all been quiet for the murderous activities, the killings nationwide. So I look forward to next year with great hope, with great anticipation. I hope the election we hold, and I hope the election we count, and I hope we defend our vote to the last. Of course, INEC can't even think of rigging it. It's not every election you can rig. Let me warn INEC. There are elections you rig at a particular sensitive time of a nation. You send that nation ablaze, and it will never recover again. Nigeria will become like Sodom and Gomorrah, destroyed by fire from God. So INEC, if you know what is good for you, look at Buhari's body language. He said, I want to go, I'm tired. So just monitor the election, announce the winner. Forget about cabal, because the greatest cabal right now are the people who are tired, who are suffering. Dollar to naira is now almost 1,000 naira. Our people are at home. So anything you do right now, you are igniting the matches, the fire, because the gas is everywhere already. So INEC should not even think of it. NSAS has taught us a lesson. We now know how to come out. We now know how to prepare ourselves coming out for a protest. It's not protest as usual. It's going to be something like a revolution, and it will not end. Sri Lanka has taught us what to do. So INEC, you are the only problem we have now. You are the only headache. So just now, with the way the country is, the poverty, the lack of opportunities, the insecurity, snakes and tigers swallowing money, INEC, just be careful. Finally, as I round up, I want to say to Nigeria Watch again, please do not be discouraged. People are going to call you names. A lot of things are going to come up in the next few months. People are going to say we have been bribed on this platform. We are doing the right things. I just want to encourage you and your team. Keep the fire burning. I believe in Peter Obi. I don't know him so much, but with the little I've read about him, it doesn't take 10 years to know someone. Those that we know, what have we gained from them? Those that we know. So I hope Peter Obi wins first before we start negotiating our living together, the Nigeria constitution, the dreams of Odumengo Ojukwu, if we have to go back to regional governments, or if we have to restructure, if we have to think about the high cost of governance, if we have to think about duplication of offices, if we have to change totally the system of government of Nigeria just now, so that the common Nigerians can have access to Medicare, the common Nigerians can have access to education, the common Nigerians can have access to government-funded, properly trained security. The common Nigerians can have access. Imagine you don't have the number of your rep member in your local government, in your constituency. We don't have their numbers. If they give you their number, you will call that number not in Jerusalem, it will not be answered. It will not go. Somebody will manage to pick, they will tell you, call back in 2 weeks' time. He's not around. He's on vacation. We live in a nation where our leaders are always on vacations, when the nation is on fire. So I am full of hope. We don't want any of these names again. The Buharis of this world, Atikus of this world, Tinubus of this world. We don't want them anymore. We are tired. They've given us nothing but pain, penury, tears, blood, and sorrow. I will drop it here. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you very much, my brother Alex. You always show passions to all your contributions on this platform, and I want you to know that I always appreciate you. What we all are fighting for is how Nigeria can become a better country for us all. We can only deceive ourselves to say whatever that is going on in Nigeria is not affecting you. It doesn't matter, like I've always said before, it doesn't matter where you live. If you live in Nigeria, you live in abroad, you live in America, the situation of Nigeria is affecting every Nigerian citizens all over the world. So let's say it how it is. Let's fight to take our country back from these devilish governments, or these devilish same people recycling themselves since the creation of Nigeria. Thank you very much, my people. I'm going to move on right now to CM. CM, is your time to talk to us. Good morning to you, sir. Happy weekend to you. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Niger Watch. Good morning, the panelists. Good morning, everybody. Those listening from wherever you are listening. I'm all right, and I hope everybody is all right too.
Yes. Thank you.
Wow. Who am I to speak when Alex has spoken? Anyway, I think I will start. Let me just put it on record. I want to pay a special tribute to Niger Watch. I'm happy I'm attending this university. I've said it here before, or maybe somewhere else. Yes, I've gone through the 4 walls of a university, not one, not two. Some of them got some certificates. I keep saying that the highest university I attended was the university of my late father, because he taught me well. I think today I have to add that the second highest university I'm attending is the University of Niger Watch. I'm saying this, I'm not trying to play to the gallery or to flatter. I've met people that are gifted here. Alex is number 1. The firebrand Omorui, I don't know why I've not seen him for the past 2 days. I've not heard from him. Omorui. Madam Rita, Irene's World. And then the chap, Mr. Stanley, who you showed us. In fact, when people are talking, not really the delivery is what matters, because anybody can deliver, even if you are talking lies, saying lies. But the logic and the passion with which they speak, sometimes I weep. It is true we are abroad, but people should realize that those of us abroad, we are held hostage abroad. I stand to be corrected, because whereby you are afraid of going home, wherever you are hostage. Yes, they are selling a petrol, maybe diesel, 800 naira. Even if it's 1,000 naira, you are coming from abroad. You said, okay, if I come with 2,000 pounds or maybe $1,000 or this, I can buy it. But you are afraid of moving out. Even in snow in abroad, you are free to move out. But in your own father's compound, you are afraid to go to the market square. Some of us, we delight in going to the market square. You go there, you see people buying. I mean, there's something like buying local granite from the market, from old women. You buy granite, you buy banana, you are eating it along the somewhere. That is the feeling. You can't do it anymore. You are afraid of coming out. So wherever you are in America or Canada, you are hostage because you can't go home. You cannot go home. If you are going home, you are afraid. You don't want people to come. In those days when we were growing up small in Nigeria, when people are coming home, it's like, in fact, nearly you have to repaint the house. It's like, something is happening. But these days, it's no longer like that because of insecurity. So what I'm saying is this. I thank Niger Watch. If you think that you are going to make any more contribution to humanity or to advancement of or to the liberation of the people beyond this platform, I don't you are maybe you are deluding yourself. This is more than enough because everybody around the world talks about Niger Watch. That is the place to be. You listen to people talk with passion, genuinely, not because people bought over. Nobody is paying nothing. Yet people are willing to come and they say the simple truth. And even believe in giving of themselves for the good of others. What is more than that? So to that,
Thank you, Mr. CM. Thank you
I
so
say
much.
Niger Watch, never ever be discouraged. Like my erudite elect said, in the years and days, in the months and weeks to come, a lot of concoction will be cooked up, maybe fabrication, Niger Watch did this or this, that. Do not be discouraged. Somebody said it's only the good tree that bears the better fruit. You see people stoning. If you are passing and the tree you are passing, there's no fruit or no mango, no ripe mango, why are you going to throw stones there? So this is the place to be. This is the model. I keep saying it. This thing you've taken up, because even when P2B gets in, we still have to be discussing it here. Every move is not going to die because P2B getting. In fact, this might even be the place whoever is in government will say, let us tune to Niger Watch and see what they're saying, because this is not like a rise new. All this mainstream or the normal media where you say, okay, you employ the journalist, you employ this person, you sack, because you will never know who will come here tomorrow to all you do is just whoever clicks, the first come, first serve. Whoever enters may be the first day. So you don't know who comes here, who will come tomorrow. Unlike in the normal media, who you interview the person, you employ, you do everything, and you can decide to sack. But here, people just come in, and then you allow them. And when they come in, they always say they go with the flow, and they are coming with the kind spirit of what the situation demands. So whenever I come on Niger Watch, I feel, in fact, most of the time I weep when people are saying things about P2B, even what I didn't even see. People are willing to go the extra length, not really because of it, but because they now feel that they are in a dish. So it does not matter who will get you out of the hole you fallen into. Mao Zedong of China said it is not the color of the cat that matter. It is the cat that will catch the rat. That is what matters. It's not the color. So I think that is exactly what the spirit people have taken. So when the chap Stanley, what he said, in fact, that guy, I will even ask Niger Watch, please, since you know him, please invite him here. Since we are waiting to hear something like P2B on our platform, if you bring that Stanley, it's like equivalent, so that we do one-on-one with him. He's saying in fact, the way he says it, I don't think that he's faultless.
He
He's
was
not.
here last week. He was here last week. He talked with us for more than 2 hours here.
Okay, was it?
Missed out.
What? Okay, maybe I missed out.
Missed out.
Oh
We'll bring
God.
him back again. We'll bring him back
Please,
again. You can
the
ask
chap
him.
is, because he's from the grassroots. He knows the way they rig election, so he's willing to divulge the saying. This is how to counter it. You see, the thing is that I want people to see it this way. Gone are the days when you feel that when you leave Nigeria and go abroad, probably you live a better, maybe secured life and all these things, you get a job you are doing. A time will come, you want to go and visit that your village. Not even forget about the people, the village where you come from. You are not afraid to go home. Do you know what it means? You are afraid to go home. When you come and they will tell you, oh, no, no, no. Somebody said, if you go home, do not put your generator on. If you put generator on, people will know, oh, somebody came from this, somebody is, they are using generator in this house, so they have money. Or they don't switch on the outside light. Somebody was telling me this. Say, if you switch on the outside light, people, I say, what sort of life is that? You struggle to make the money. Then you go to the village, instead of you to live freely in the village, even if you die abroad and your people has money, they are going to bring you to bury you in that your village. And now you are there and you are afraid of coming out to greet your primary school mates the way you normally, even the stream you normally fetch water when you were 11, 12, 13, 14, the way you can't go again because of insecurity. You don't know who is who. You are afraid. Then when you go back to a white man's land, you feel free. Is that fair? It's not. So that is why people are really concerned, because the insecurity up and down the country is not the best that somebody could ever contemplate. So whatever it takes, I like people coming on Niger Watch to even put it the way it should be, to appeal, to tell people to see the light. This idea of being paid PT and CA for you to go and maybe rig election for this person or do this or that. Even, okay, that brings me to the Dr. Haruna Goro from Kaduna. Imagine the way he's speaking. Everybody's tired. People are really tired. You voted out of sentiment, it's not working. You voted out of tribe, it's not working. You voted out of government due to religion, still you are in a mess. What else do you want to do? Can't you think? Can't you change? Can't you change? So that is the reason why when people are talking about the need for people to follow the path of P2B next year, it's not out of anything. I do not see the reason why people will not say, okay, look at the alternative you have. Are they really alternatives? They are not. So it's just the same old wine, may probably even in the same old bottle, not even the new bottle, the same old wine in the same old bottle. So what are you going to do? It means you haven't grown from there. You are still trapped in the past. So to this, I will always advise people to listen to what Stanley said. His video is very, very educative. All the things he said, despite the fact that he was saying it with some let's say, some funny jokes and all the way he was drawing an analogy, but he's really hitting the point. There is no way you can be without you can be in Nigeria and you don't shed tears. This is a country that have everything. When I mean everything, everything you can think of that can make a nation great. Just name it. Human being, everything. Yet we are suffering more than the. I mean, if it's Yemen, tell me Yemen and Syria, one can say they are at war. Now look at how we can come out. Have you ever seen if Abuja, federal capital, the schools in Abuja has been closed down? Why? You are afraid of somebody else. Not even they have to. Then what happens to the one in Enugu and Benin? This is the seat of power. All the schools are told to close down. Then what happens to the ones that are not even in the seat of power? So you see, I want people to really, make up their mind. The idea that you have to wait for somebody to preach for you or tell you the difference between A and B or light and darkness, I think that time has gone. This is the time for you now to sit down and say, what really do I want? Can I be led by the nose again? Of course not. Even if you don't listen to Niger Watch, the reality on ground in Nigeria is enough to educate you. When you even see an old man of 95 years, Bayo Adebanjo of Afenifere, endorsing P2B, rejecting Tinubu, that tells you that tribal sentiment is no longer that. This Ayo Adebanjo is a living political history of Nigeria. These are the people that started political struggle in the 40s, 50s. By 1960, has gotten married. So you can imagine where he's coming from. Yet he's telling you that Tinubu is a Yoruba like me, but he is not going anywhere. This is the man we want. And that is the Ayo Adebanjo, God so kind. Like he said, he's on the departure lounge. Yet he's still telling you that tribalism, a tribal sentiment cannot cut it. If you permit me, I will read out what Dogara of Bauchi State said about Muslim ticket. Dogara is from the north. Dogara speaks Hausa more than any other person, so he can know the nuances and all the secrets they have up there. But he was able to put it bluntly that this Muslim ticket cannot sell. Why won't it sell? If you say you're a Muslim from Borno or anywhere in the north, why can't you find that your Muslim belief in Tinubu, who is a Muslim from the south? Is that not enough for you? Is that not enough? As a Christian, if there's a Christian from the north, that is okay for me because everything ends in the Bible. Whether you're a Pentecostal, Catholic, Anglican, Methodist, Baptist, everything ends in the Bible. So why this Muslim? Because you felt that the Christians in the north, maybe they're inconsequential. So Dogara was plainly saying it, that is a slight on them. So people should not put two and two together. I'm not trying to make things up. I always like to address situations based on the facts on the ground, just like maybe repeating what Stanley has said in this thing. But then people should be made to understand that the situation Nigeria is now is so critical that we dare not get it wrong. Even when Peter B gets in there, like he said, Stanley said, he said the electricity alone. He said if Peter B give Nigeria electricity alone, he said electricity can do wonders. He said it. Electricity will reduce the dependence on diesel. Electricity will reduce the even on unnecessarily. There's so many things it can reduce. Even if the barbing saloon, somebody might say, "Why am I looking for a job? I've been barbing since I was in undergraduate. Let me open a barbing saloon." And before you know it, it is there. Then at least the noise will quieten. You won't be hearing much noise because people will say there is light. So what do you need generator again for? So many things it will help. So this is according to Stanley and then a lot of things he said. So when we are talking, when we are discussing this type of thing, I always like people to please reason. Forget about the color of the cat. Look for the cat that can kill the rat. That is what we want now. People are suffering. Suffering is everywhere. Look at dollar. Okay, if somebody might be thinking that when you have by the time you have 1,000 pound, it will give you 1 million naira. If it goes to 1,000 to 1, what will you buy with it? Nothing. You'll be carrying packs of money like they do in Venezuela and be chasing a cup of coffee. Is that what we want? Of what use is that? When the vast land of the north can cultivate yam all year round, we are going to eat. We can farm from the north. Fertilizer plant is in One, River State. I don't need maybe the area that doesn't farm much, move the fertilizer to the north, use it to farm, bring your food, then you sell. Electricity, we can generate all these things. So when I look at the complexity or the sufferings of Nigerians, I cannot really make a head of it because the solution is very simple and it is there. It's just that love for your country, like Lee Kuan Yew had for Singapore. They asked Lee Kuan Yew, he said, "Look, we didn't do anything wonderful, anything fantastic. All it takes is to do the simple things. Maybe if it is sweeping the room very well every morning, keep sweeping the room every day. For the next 100 years, people will come there and say, this room is always clean because you do the simple things, you keep it simple. And then you have the love for your people. Because if you have the love for your people, I don't see why a government should go to Siemens that they want to sign contract with them to give us electricity. That same Siemens is what Egypt went to. Under 1 month, they sealed the agreement. Egypt is generating over 50,000 megawatts, like P2B told us. They use 30 and then they use maybe 35 and keep 15 in case of emergency. But Nigeria will keep forming committee, this, Estaco this, go to Belgium and meet, come to Abuja and meet, then they go back to Germany collecting money. If you love your country, you can cut all these things, all this red tape. Call them, say, how much does this thing need? You need so amount to generate money, to generate electricity. Now you tell them what is the population? How many years are we going to recover it? Under 2 years, everybody paying bills. We will recover this money. You go and borrow it with interest, dump it to these people. Yeah, give us electricity within 4-5 months. And then that solves it. Where people are willing to pay. This is not rocket science. So that's why when people are saying, I say it's not rocket science. That is the way it should be done. That is, if you love your country, if you have the love of your country at heart, if you love your country, you love your country people, you can go extra length for them. That is a sacrifice. There's no need for all this bribe. We did take this. Are we not tired about? Are we not tired? Are we not? Today we are running helter skelter. In Abuja, people cannot sleep with their two eyes closed, and that is the federal capital. With all the security, everything, the minister for defense is there, the chief of army staff, everybody, offices, different soldier. Yet you cannot. Then what do you want people in Akure to do? How do you want them to behave? Or people in Uyo that is far away? So to me, when we come on Niger Watch, it is true we are campaigning for people, but I really want people to understand why. It's not just a campaign, because this is just like introspection. You ask yourself, what really do you want? What really do you think have Nigeria not suffered enough? Haven't Nigerians suffered enough? Why must every year we keep talking? Are we not? It's even ashamed that for you to experience life, what it means to live a civilized life, you have to go to Togo or go to Ghana. Then you see modern airport where you are coming in. You don't see customs harassing you. Everything is quiet. Everything is moving. The system is working at least for the next 24 hours. But in Nigeria, everything is just like, I don't know, P2B says, what is it called? Madmen taking charge of asylum. People are just let loose. Nothing is working. Everywhere insecurity, suffering and hunger in Nigeria. So let us ask ourselves, when we are, sometimes we take some moments, some days, some minutes or hours in a day and reflect. You ask yourself, what really do we want? Are we going to continue like this? Can't we change it ourselves? Other countries are laughing at Nigeria. You keep borrowing money, you don't know what you are doing with it. You borrow from this, nothing to show for it. All this money you are packing in Dubai everywhere, of what use is it? Election, you start to give people more. What for what? What does it mean? You are borrowing money. Why can't you allow the youth to take over? 44-year-old man is in charge of a government in Ethiopia. 44. President of Ethiopia, 44. Look at what is happening in Kenya. You see the way the people, everything are moving. Somebody was saying in Kenya, you don't see police on the road. What you see is CCTV. Maybe from Benin to Auchi. No police, but what they see is CCTV. Whatever happens, police has already seen you. What does it take? Steady power supply. You man the camera, isn't it? This is what somebody with a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering, you are employed, then this is their job. What does it take? So when people talk about leadership or make life easy, Nigeria does not even need the white people to come and teach us anything, because we have brilliant people in Nigeria. All it takes is let people now resolve that this is what we want to do, that enough is enough. Then we move forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. CM. I appreciate you for that wonderful delivery. We should continue to talk about it, and I appreciate your comment about Nigeria Wash. Thank you very much for the encouragement, for the support, and for the push. I appreciate every one of you. For those of you on the comment section and those of you watching us right now, please help us to share this broadcast and help us to like this broadcast. This is what we ask for all the time, to encourage us to move this channel forward. Let our voice be heard, give awareness to those that are not aware that we're talking about our future right here on this platform. And you can as well support us with dollar. The dollar sign is just right there on the comment section. Always support us, support this channel, so that we can be encouraged to do more for you, or rather for our future. I appreciate every one of you. Before I move to the next person to talk right now, I would like to play one or two video, even a response that we've previously played before on Peter Obi. I would like to reference to it again. But before that, let's hear from the people on the streets. God bless you all.
I cut my train market today to share the customized Labour Party apron and to ready their mind for the forthcoming presidential election. But to our greatest surprise, we dey shocked to know say the market people don't even tire for this present government, and they don't ready to vote out this present administration. If not the very first time they come across my page, I beg, follow my page, share this video, make this video go viral.
People of this country, people of Nigeria, are the beggar. These people now they interview me, get luck, say they no be APC. If to say them be APC come here or PDP come this state, by now for that match to na wetin no good. I dey beg all the youth who don ready, all our PVCs don ready. We wan vote for the next person who wan change this country. Make we no dey suffer again. You understand me? And that person na Peter Obi. So I dey beg people of Nigeria, make everybody come out, make we vote for Peter Obi president, so that thing go come change this our state. Make people no dey suffer again, because the suffer don plenty. But I dey beg una, APC the best one they bring come for president, wey hand no good, leg no good, body dey shake like a cocoa. If una bring am come, that una go collect enough gunshot. We the people, we the youth of Nigeria, we dey tell una, so go fire una wetin no good. And for PDP, if you like, make una come find money dey fear. We be agbro already. PDP people, we dey tell una abeg, we no need anybody.
APC will not need anybody. Peter Obi don't do for us.
He don't do.
After Peter Obi, anyhow I want to run our state to go. Anything I want to make one I do, but Peter Obi now we need. My brother, you don't do cut him.
For this country.
My nnam ihe na-eme n'idi egwu dịka na o nwere mgbe na onye ga-vote ru na awụ. And I pray Peter Obi go live long. We go vote for him.
Oh yes.
Peter Obi, we go vote for you.
Bring to more give you now give an apron then. This apron they will put Peter Obi party logo on top.
Yes sir. Yes sir. Peter Obi, we go vote for you. We go vote for.
All right, people, as you can see over the market women now, everybody's clamoring for Peter Obi, Peter Obi, Peter Obi. Yes, because Nigerians are tired. Many of us are tired. But I would like us to listen to what Peter Obi said here, because a lot of people ask him all the time, your structure, this and that, you know. Let's reference back to this video again. Thank you.
Talking about pathways, what is the hope for, quote unquote, the third party that is so small, that doesn't have, quote unquote, the traction in what is supposed to be a multi-party system, but where we have two big dogs in a race? What's your view of this space?
Very simple. It's about the people. What if us in Nigeria, like I said, is that the people have allowed, like he says, some group of people to hijack their country. That's why I have said, take back your country. It's not theirs. You can't allow this gangsterism to continue. Because you have no country again. I can tell you this. What you are seeing today is like, if any of you have watched the Titanic, when it was going down, because the people playing music on top, they were busy dancing. That's where Nigeria is now. It's going down and people are busy dancing. Take it back. The people would determine whether it's going to be a 2-horse, a 3-horse, 5-horse race, because they'll go with the right thing. When I became governor of Anambra State, I did not contest on platform of the big parties. In fact, I started with PDP, and something went wrong, and I said, no, I'm not going to be part of this people. I went into a small party, an unknown party. We were just starting APGA then. I joined APGA. 6 months, I was elected governor. I went to the people. Now everybody told me like they're saying today, you have no structure, you have no this, you have no that. I said, listen, this structure is the people. Let the people vote for me. I was elected governor in Anambra State. There was no single House member in my party. No House of Rep member in my party. No senator in my party. No local government chairman in my party. And I delivered that state. By the time I left that state, no state in Nigeria is more financially stable than that state. We were not owing anybody any gratuity, pension, anything, or contract. The people will decide what they want. Not anybody. If they choose today that I want to go with young people, they will go with it. What we are saying is, this is time to decide who will lead. This is time to scrutinize. Luckily, this is going to take 8 months. Let people come and tell us where they started, what they are doing. Let's know who they are. Let's stop all the story of this. And let nobody do not allow anybody. I said it this morning where I was talking in an event. This is time for everybody to come on the stage and tell us what you want to do. We want to hear it. We don't want you to show us glossy papers, no typing, no paper. Tell us with your mouth so we can document it.
Thank you very much.
This is what we want to do now.
Thank you very much.
So the people will decide. If they want this thing to end, we have had 2 horse races for 24 years. In 24 years, we produced, when they started, we have less than 60 million people living under poverty. Today, we have 120. So all they've doubled is more people living in poverty. So it is a choice whether we want the next few years to have 180 people living under poverty, or do we want to start reducing it now?
Thank you very
People
much.
will decide.
Thank you.
All right. I would like us to listen further what Peter Obi also have to say here. Please help us to share and like this broadcast. Thank you.
You need to give us a piece of this, what you're generating for the people in order to remain in office to do a good work. What do we do?
There's no conflict. If you know what you've promised the people and you're determined to do, you do it. There's no conflict. Anybody who tells you about conflict is just telling you nonsense. If you promise the people, I've been in position, and I've said publicly, I've been in position where I come to Abuja very often, and I'm told to my face by the authorities, your people are not happy with you. And this is coming from the number 1, number 2 people in the country. And I said to them, well, I never promised anybody happiness. Go and look at my promises. I promised to fix school. I promised to do rural roads. I promised to do health, and I'm doing them. If anybody wants happiness, you go to the comedians and everybody. I'm not part of that. I never promised happiness. And that's it. There's no conflict between, I was impeached. When I was impeached, my first impeachment was 3 items. 3. Number 1 item is that when I became governor, the office of the governor was burnt. During my predecessor's time, the lodge where the governor lived was burnt. So, in the budget that I met, there's 298 million naira to repair the office of the governor. And it's already been given to somebody. But when I came in, I saw that the office of the governor was consuming almost 30% of our budget. And I said, what is the education get? By the time we rearranged our budget to meet to be able to achieve our vision that we've chosen then, the only thing that the office of the governor can get about 5%. So there was need to reduce all avenues. So I said, please, we are going to do this by direct labor. It was a proof budget of 298 million. Everything I spent was 43,200,000. And because we didn't have the money, and I bought everything new except table. Because there was a table used by one of previous governor that was there. And they said, no, it's old. I said, table is table. Bring a table. Yeah. We don't need to buy new table because it's table. It's just table to write. It doesn't matter. Then to refurbish the office of the governor, where the governor lived, was 486 million budget. Everything cost us 81 million. Because they were trying to buy bed from, to buy this from that, anything. It's all kind. There must be somebody who can do bed. Yeah. Bed is bed. There's no difference between 2 beds. It's just to sleep. Even if they buy gold bed, if you have reason to be awake, you'll be awake. If they give you this one, people can sleep here and wake up. So let's buy bed in Oka. And we bought bed in Oka. But what did they do? That was number 2 item. Number 3 item was I was saving money. From day 1, I said we must save at least 5% of our revenue. So we have to do this. So it became a quarrel. But when I said conflict, when impeachment started, it got to a stage where prominent Anambra people negotiated for me to give them money in order to stop. I said, no, I cannot do what I'm going to regret here. And we're not going to change it. We shut down. I was the only governor who didn't have a lodge in Abuja. I said, my predecessor bought that house for 1 billion naira. And I shut it down. I said, listen, governor of Anambra said doesn't live in Abuja. I have no reason to have a house in Abuja. We only use it to collect letter. They can deposit our letter anywhere. We'll go and collect it. Because we don't have the money. Not because of anything. Some other states have money. They can keep it. But we didn't have the money. We shut down the presidential lodge, for example. Every state have presidential lodge. We had it. But it was costing us money. We shut it down.
Now the year presidential lodge in Abuja, almost all the states.
Niger Wash, I can hear you. Man, this guy is wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. I'm coming to you. You know. The presidential lodge, every governors in the state have it in Abuja. Peter Obi shut their own down. The Anambra State Presidential Lodge in Abuja shut it down. It was costing them so much money. Listen, guys, we don't have any reason not to vote this man now. We don't have any reason to deny this man. We don't have any reason to hinder our own blessings. We don't have any reason. We don't. It is now or never. Let's listen to that part again.
Yeah. And we're not going to change it. We shut down. I was the only governor who didn't have a lodge in Abuja. I said, my predecessor bought that house for 1 billion naira. And I shut it down. I said, listen, governor of Anambra said doesn't live in Abuja. I have no reason to have a house in Abuja. We only use it to collect letter. They can deposit our letter anywhere. We'll go and collect it. Because we don't have the money. Not because of anything. Some other states have money. They can keep it. But we didn't have the money. We shut down the presidential lodge, for example. Every state have presidential lodge. We had it. But it was costing us money. We shut it down. One of Obasanjo wanted to come. He insisted he must sleep in Anambra State for 3 days. And I went to him. I said, Mr. President, you don't need to sleep in Anambra State. You can come in the morning and go in the evening. But if he insists, because he wanted to, he's close to pastor's father. And he said, I want to see pastor's father. He's my friend. I said, you know what? We won't quarrel. I have my lodge where I live with my bed and everything. I'm going to give it to you for 1 month. When you go, I come back. And that was where he said, I give it to his people, packed my things and left the lodge for 2 weeks. They went, they finished. I came back because I didn't have money to keep presidential lodge in Oka. So there's no conflict. We needed money for school. We needed money to fix school, to do this, and we needed to do it. There was no conflict at all. We focused on what we promised the people, and we delivered it.
Wow. Okay. I would like us to stop now. Let's take contributions. Trust me, I cannot take this alone. I know those that have already contributed, people like Alex and CM, they will be missing out now because they would like to talk on this, but unfortunately, you got to wait. Let's move on to the next person now. Mr. Lucky. Mr. Lucky, is your turn right now. Talk to us with what you have watched so far. I would like to hear from you. Good morning to you. Happy Sunday to you. Go ahead. Talk to us, Mr. Lucky. We want to hear from you.
Yeah. Good afternoon from Dakar, Senegal.
Thank you, my brother. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. Good afternoon.
Thank you.
I'm very happy. I'm already obedient. My family is already obedient. There's no problem about that. So thank God for everything. Everyone, I don't have access to Peter Obi. I don't know whether you have access to him. I would like to leave some message to you. We have some strategy they are using in Senegal here, because this country is a Christian and Muslim, but you cannot differentiate between two of them. They're doing Salah. They do Salah last month now. Christian and Muslim. My landlord is a Christian. They even kill goats. Even a Christian even kill goats. Even a Christian can go and a Muslim can bring goat to a Christian. A Christian can go their place to go and eat for Christmas, for New Year, for everything. All they celebrate it together because they have a law they are using. A Christian can marry a Muslim. A Muslim can marry a Christian. But if you are a Christian, you marry a Muslim, your first child, whether it's a man, whether it's a woman, it must be, if you are a man, a Christian, it must be a Christian. That is the law. If you are a Muslim, you are a man, you marry a Christian. When your wife delivers, the first baby can be a Muslim. Other one, they have right to choose anyone when they like. That is, make two of them to, all of them, they are together. I have two managers. The two managers, one of the managers is a Christian, married Muslim. One of the second manager of for the computer science side, those one is a Muslim, he married a Christian. All of them, they are together. If they are doing Salah, this one celebrate with the wife. If they are doing Easter, either festival for Catholic, all of them celebrate it together. That differentiation, that difference when they are fighting for, when make these people, they try to, when anything happens to Christian, this Muslim, this useless boys, they start to stop people. If their father and their mother, they are together, maybe they are Muslim and Christian, they are together, this thing will not happen. Like,
so
what
you are saying is ethnicity and tribalism is the biggest problem we have now in Nigeria, right?
Yes, that is what these people they are using to convince everybody. You see, and I know that Peter B and Tachi, they can be able to work on those strategies to bring this thing together. And the second, this voting for like people outside to be voting, you know, so you can cut all this tribalism they are using in Nigeria, all this bribing and corruption. If Peter B come in, they have to work on those things. Let people outside to be voting. Even in Senegal here, if they are voting this morning, they have election this morning here now. Last night, everywhere here, they surrounded everywhere with the CI. That is normal. We call it CID in Nigeria before. That is, they are no uniform. And they are everywhere. They walk around all the whole city to know what is going to happen before they break. They are doing election is going on here now. Nobody care. Everybody just doing. You go to that place, go and vote.
What message do you have for Nigerians at this particular time now?
Yeah, the message I have for Nigeria is only the solution, because even the PDP and APC, I know that make the election start. If election start, if the campaign starts, even the PDP will vote Labour Party. Even APC will vote Labour Party. If Atiku is not take, if Atiku is not, I believe Atiku can even vote for PDP. Can even vote for Peter Obi, because he cannot face the crowd. He cannot face the crowd. You see, we know that in Nigeria, only what even my son was just talking to me yesterday. He said, Daddy, because he's in Canada. He said he's just chatting some of his friends for a group. About 14 guys, they don't have PDC. What kind of life are we living? I said, that is the problem. That is, many people don't have PDC. Even in Lagos, they're in Lagos. In Lagos, many people don't have PDC. That is the problem we're going to face. And Tinubu is going to, I just see one of the video for YouTube a day yesterday, when they go and stole one of the machines they're using to do registration.
Yeah.
All these things happen for Lagos. You see, the problem we're having there now, our side, they're not having PVC. And for northern side, they are sharing PVC for everybody, all the small children.
Thank you, my brother.
But I just pray that God will help us so that Peter will be with me. And even I believe most of 100% of people living outside Nigeria, they're ready to go back home. They're ready to go back home. Nobody is enjoying outside. I'm not even happy to say my son is living in Canada. Me, I'm living here. That my daughter is living in Nigeria. What kind of life is that? I can't even see my children in the morning. I can't even come back from work to see them say, this is my children.
All right.
We thank God, Shab.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. Like I've said before on this platform, that many of us in the diaspora, we are tired. We want to move back home. There's no home. That's what our brother is saying now. If we can get Peter Obi as the next Nigerian president, then we have hope you know, to move back home. Let's hear from Bennett Ogbede. Bennett Ogbede, good morning, or rather good afternoon from Lagos, and happy Sunday to you. Please talk to us, my brother.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Elvis. How you doing, sir?
I'm very good. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good morning, panelists, and you know what, man? I really want to say this, man. People that still try to doubt Peter Obi, I think those people hate humanity, hate Nigerians. You know, they hate us as Nigerians because at the end of the day, man, this guy has proven that he's the man for Nigeria for now. You know, because if we should go back and really look at this man's history and look at his record, this man has never done something that will make us to doubt him like the other two candidates. What's his name? Tinubu and Atiku. You know, so I don't really know what some of us really want in Nigeria because right now I hear people talk about let's try and put Peter Obi there. It is not putting Peter Obi there is the thing now. We are fighting for our lives. I do tell people, even here in America, I do tell people, look, Obi is not the solution now. It's our life that we are fighting for because if we miss it now, the way you always say, Mr. Elvis, that it's not gonna, we will never see this kind of person again. Nobody again will come like Mr. Obi because Nigeria that I know, everybody is fighting for their own stomach. This is one of a kind of a man that God just sent to us to, you know, to come and help us in Nigeria. So I urge everybody, you know, everybody to try, you know, just think what you are doing and make sure we all vote for Peter Obi, because for me, during February next year, I'll be coming home to make sure I galvanize my community, you know, which I've been doing right from time, you know, to try and do what is needful. And again, I would like to, for me, I always look at the problem, because voting Peter Obi is not enough, you understand, but strategy for us to get him there, that is the main thing, you understand. I would like to say this, man. I think Labour Party is one of our problem now. You know, people will ask, why am I saying this? Labour Party is one of our problem because right now we know that back home in Nigeria, education is our biggest problem. People don't know, how would I put it now? People are really our people back home, they're already conversant with that logo of PDP and APC. If you go to any house now, the way Obaseki said, everybody is obedient. But if you give them this Labour Party card now, who you want to vote for? I will vote for Peter Obi. Put your hand for Peter Obi, they'll go and put it in APC or PDP. That is where Labour Party needs to be. They need to start sensitizing people door to door, you know, because they are just relaxing, you know, hoping that this Peter Obi wave will just be the miracle, you know. The party need to start working. They are not working. You understand? The party is not working. You understand? People don't even know the logo of Peter Obi. All they know is Peter Obi. They don't know Labour Party is LP. You understand? So the party is one of our problems. I think people are not looking at that area. You understand? People need to start looking at that area. They should start making a noise to Nigerians. Now, Labour Party need to start coming out. There's no restriction for parties to start sensitizing people. Despite there's restriction for campaign, this is the time you start campaigning. But start sensitizing people. Labour Party is not doing anything. They are just like how will I put it? They're just like somebody that believes that I don't go train, I want to go beat Manchester, I want to go beat this thing. You know, I want to go beat Manchester City or Liverpool. You understand? A small team, because you have a Messi or Ronaldo, you know, you just believe that you can beat Manchester and Man City or Liverpool. Like, let me use the example, Birmingham or Nottingham Forest. You understand? So that is what Labour Party is feeling now. They should start coming out, sensitizing the people about their logo. That is for that. And again, I will still say this: Peter Obi, for I know he is the right man, but he needs to be aggressive in a way that he's a politician. He knows all the loopholes because he has been in PDP, the party that arranges, that does everything. But so he's supposed to know that the setback of Nigeria politics today that really makes us go back is INEC. You need to start talking about INEC. Because the more you talk about them, the more we as a people we know more about these people. You need to start talking about INEC. Look, this election must not be stolen. The Kenny Okungwe, the leadership of Labour Party, they need to start talking about it, because the only thing now that will make Peter Obi not win this election is INEC. And that is where Tinubu and Atiku, they are depending on how to arrange this election. They need to start talking about it, because without that one, man, if they just believe that this wave of everything will just give them the victory, no. They need to start coming out aggressively. The party, Labour Party, they are still sleeping. People don't know the meaning of LP. Just like somebody will graduate and you go and ask him, the person go to serve, you go and ask him, man, what's the meaning of NYSC? The person cannot even know the meaning of NYSC. That is what is going on in Nigeria. Labour Party needs to come out and to let people know, because why am I saying this? I talk to people every day. I talk to people every day in Nigeria. I be obedient. Okay, wait, which party? What's the name? Obedient. And a Labour Party now. Okay, wait till the full meaning of Labour Party. They don't even know. They don't even know. I will know that the most the chunk of voters that vote in Nigeria, most of them, they are uneducated. If they just get to that polling unit now, somebody right there, PDP agent or APC agent, just redirect them and just prompt them. They'll go and vote for PDP and APC. So at the end of the day, people need to be sensitized through the media, because right now what we are doing now, it is not 90% of us lives abroad that can even afford this internet subscription. People at home don't even know all these things. So Labour Party needs to get on the radio, needs to get on the paper print and everything, so that at the end of the day, by February 25th, victory will be our song. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Benito Bede, for the sensitization. Certainly, by God's grace, the next week or two, we are going to start even doing more than what we are currently doing now. We're going to go from street to street, market to market, to talk to people, print T-shirt, leaflets, to give people awareness about Peter Obi and Labour Party in terms of voting. So we are just waiting for the campaign to start. So we're going to announce that right here on this platform, where we all can join together and make this a reality. Thank you very much, my brother, for bringing that up. I'll go to Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins, please, I would like you to talk to us. Good afternoon to you. How are you doing today? Happy Sunday to you.
Good evening, Mr. Niger Watch. Happy Sunday.
Thank you very much. Please talk to us. I guess you'll be following us. The couple of videos we've played, just contribute to it. We're going to be rounding up soon. Go ahead.
Yeah, I haven't been following because I just came in home now, not long ago. But based on what my brother just said now, I can contribute a little based on what he said.
Yeah, we started by the endorsement from Afenifere, Pa Ayo Adebajo, who came out again the second time to endorse Peter Obi over Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So this is what that actually brought us out this morning. So we've played a couple of videos where a couple of Nigerians are saying, is Peter Obi or never? So we just want you to contribute to that. What is your take on the upcoming?
Yeah, based on the, because you have to speak on based on what you see on ground. For me, like my brother just said, I think people should stop getting worried when it comes to people identify what Labour Party is all about, because I think we have about 6 to 7 months to go on when it comes to campaign. And I believe through campaign, people understand. And if you look at what happened in the church where Peter Obi went, about 2 churches that have went this week, you'll be able to understand that this message is not on the social media again. I think people have begun to listen to, people have begun to understand the Labour Party, because when he said something about the PDP agent and the APC agent will be on the ground to canvass people to vote for them. No. Also there, you also have a Labour Party agent who also going to canvass people, who also going to talk to people. And one thing again, we all know when it comes to election, if you are an elderly man or elderly person, you don't know much about who you are going to vote. I think in my own time, I remember when my grandma was alive and all those things, I used to tell them, hey, vote if you reach to the place, vote for something like this. And they will have it in mind because you already told them where to vote. Because that time we tell them, go to, if you see where there's umbrella, vote there, where there is this. So now the symbol is very easy for people to dictate, because apart from people knowing these two party, APC and the rest, remember when APC came out, nobody knows about it, always PDP, but people, because they told them if you reach where you can see our Aziza or something, boom, then vote. Then the same thing is going to happen when it comes to this election. Before then, a lot of people have already known about this, even people who never knows about Labour Party. They have relations, they have people, because you can't tell me there is no house you won't find somebody who is using internet in that house. There is no house. At least you see somebody using Facebook. That is one thing about this election. And now APC and PDP, they have known that this P2B movement is no longer an internet thing or social media affairs. You understand? Because now people have beginning to listen it. Because when you see come on television, they begin to deceive themselves, telling people P2B people are only on internet, is only on the social media. No, it's not on social media, because people are hearing it on the street, people are dancing it on the street, people are playing the music on the street. So it shouldn't be, for me, when it comes to this P2B of election, it's not P2B, like he said, it's not P2B of affairs, it's not P2B affairs, it's Nigeria affairs now. The whole thing is Nigeria affairs, and Nigeria is taking it seriously. It's not even P2B said, I'm not ready again, I'm not campaigning again. You will see people go to his house and brought him back. So the whole thing is above P2B. I don't think P2B, for me, the whole thing is above P2B. For like more than 4 months now, everything is above P2B. It's just like P2B is just somebody, just we plant you there, but the whole movement, because it's not this P2B thing is different from the one APC came before. This one is movement, and when it comes to movement, remember when NSAS started, everybody, even if you are an elderly person, if you are young, no matter how old you are, they knows about the NSAS. So that is the same way this in the moving, the spirit, how this thing is moving about. It's a movement. If this thing happened to be a party thing, I'll begin to think about it because it's a party thing. No, it's not a party thing. This is a movement, and when it comes to movement, everybody care on it, no matter how old, no matter who you are, Dick or Harry, whoever you are, always that idea always key, and you cannot run away from ideas. So once ideas are being poisoned into people, it's very difficult for you to remove that idea from people. I think when it comes to P2B, it's idea and movement. So it's not a party thing, and we shouldn't be, for me, that is why I said, looking at the whole thing, P2B, God have working in miracle in his own way, because if you watch the whole thing, how the whole thing is playing, from the campaign from PDP to Labour Party, from Labour Party to Kwankwaso, from Kwankwaso to that, you look at how everything is being working. APC and PDP finding difficult to engage themselves or to circle themselves in one voice. They are still having issues. So if you look at the whole thing, how things are working on P2B, you will not believe that, man, this is not a party again. It's not party. And when it comes to labor, every house is a labor. They have labor. That one house you must have somebody who is working. There must be somebody who is a civil servant in that house. So if you're a civil servant, you know your logo. So labor is not something maybe people should worry about. People already know it, because when it comes in that ground, you see people screaming, vote for labor, vote for labor. They will be pointing them. See where, if you reach that place, you see where they draw human beings, those kind of things. And you see people voting for it. It's not about the most important thing we should be doing to make people to believe in this idea, to make people to realize that you are voting for Labour. Look at the reason why you are voting for Labour, just to make people to believe. Because when people believe, forget about the logo, they will identify their logo, because people must make them to identify. When one person started voting, others will kill that place. So for me, logo is not that much issue. The issue we have now, how can you make people to believe in this? And once people started believing, Forget it, because once somebody believes, that person must do everything possible to know where he's going to vote. Because even if some people, some elderly people, they will tell you, say, my son, I want to vote for Peter Obi. And once they say, I want to vote for Peter Obi, can you help me point that place? Those people, that is the work of somebody who is an annual Kerisi to say, oh, yeah, point, this is where you're going to vote. So it's very easy. So for me, all I'm just asking is that if we are moving this message, let him be, the message should be, how can we canvas people, make them to believe in these ideas, which I believe, because every day people will always gain more followers, and the more people criticize him, the more he keep recruiting like more followers. If you watch these days now, APC and PDP have identified that the more they criticize P2B, the more P2B keep getting population. All they have to do, they kind of withdraw. If you watch now, they have withdraw a little bit of their comment about P2B, because if you comment about P2B, people from nowhere will just jump on you from nowhere, and they will, even when they jump on you, when they start arguing with you, at the end of the reason, at the end of the day, they will make you, give you a reason for you to believe and join P2B movement. So for me, I think the most important thing, can we carry this message and make people to understand it in every area of our life, in working place, in our market, in our churches, in our mosque, in everywhere. That is where that message is supposed to be going. So once we be able to get those people understand what P2B and Labour stand for, forget about the rest. The rest will take care of itself, because it's a spirit. Once you can't fight spirit, because the reason you can't fight spirit, because you can't see a spirit. So that is the most important thing. You
Thank you
cannot
very much.
fight a spirit, and this movement is a spirit. You can't fight it. So that is my only little contribution.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much, Mr. Collins. I appreciate you so very much for that wonderful delivery. I would like us to hear from Vine Maxwell. Vine Maxwell, good afternoon to you. Happy Sunday to you. Thanks for joining us. Please, what's your take? I'm not sure if you'll be following these broadcasts.
Good afternoon, sir, and good afternoon to my fellow, co-panelists in the studio, and good afternoon to you all that are, watching this great program. Thank you, sir, for this opportunity, and I pray that God will keep on supporting you, to deliver most of these things that you are bringing out to the doorsteps of many individuals that might not even have the opportunity to hear what is going on, sir. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
God bless you. God bless you, Vine Maxwell. Please, can you let us know where you join us from?
Yes, I'm joining you from Accra, Ghana. Like I always say, my mom is from the southern part of Nigeria, and my dad is from the northern part of Ghana, precisely Upper East region, Bolgatanga. That is my father's hometown.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for joining us. Please go ahead. Talk to us. What's
Yes.
your take and a message to Nigerians after your delivery? Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. The Afenifere, support for Labour Party in the person of Pete Obi is a call that has been there in their lips for many months now. If you look at Pa Adebanjo, that great man, I have so much respect for him. And if you look at his, statements in the past, even before now, you will see his very devoted support for an Igbo president, a president from an Igbo extraction. This man has been saying it. The Pandef as well has also been voicing out their support. Let's talk about the Ohanes and Igbo or something like that. They are also being vocal about it. And when you look at Afenifere position right now, it tells everyone that cares to listen that this sociocultural organization is not mincing words. They mean what they are telling Nigerians. And what they are telling Nigerians is this. For me, to know who to go to at this particular point in time of Nigeria existence, they are crying out and telling Nigerians, this is the right place to go at this point. Nigeria is in precipice. Nigeria is going through serious problem that if it is not controlled, nobody would like to see what is going to happen in that country. And I pray that God forbid that. So these people has been calling. Pa Adebanjo has been calling. And I believe that Nigerians with discerning mind will understand where these great old men that God has kept alive to advise us today will know what they are talking about. In a same climb, Peter Obi is a movement, a tsunami that is hitting Nigeria from all parts of the country. There are people that never knew him before, but today they have, realized that who is this Peter Obi, by the way? And when you look at the social media, you look at interviews in Arise, in channels, in TVC, and so many other places where he has presented himself, you will see through the crystal ball that this man has a very good heart and policies and the intention to pull Nigeria from where it is right now. Just like other countries in the world, it is a delight to listen to that man whenever he speaks. You see, so I would have loved. The only thing that I would like his platforms to do now is to reach out. For me, I don't believe in one Nigeria because of what is going on. I don't believe in it. I believe in restructuring of that country. I believe in taking devolution of powers down to the autonomous communities, local government, state, and let them develop themselves according to their strength. Not dragging people that are not ready. And the system Nigeria is operating now has made so many people lazy to even develop their own soil. The feeding bottle system that is being operated in operation now in Nigeria has made so many groups, so many states so lazy. Every quarter they are waiting for money, federal allocation. Every quarter they are waiting for. You cannot develop a nation. You cannot develop infrastructure. You cannot develop enormous human resources. Nigeria is endowed. Forget about natural resources. You cannot develop by only going cap in hand every time. Nigeria cannot develop. That is why this man is coming in with this mantra of there is nothing anymore to share. I will empower states to do what they're supposed to do. And I want him to send this, this gospel down to the grassroots, because those that vote, those that they manipulate are on the lower ladder of the political process. The villages, the states, that is where they are. When you go to North, those at the lower ladder, they are the people that vote. And whatever they'll tell them to do is what they would do. I would have advised the Labour Party to go, because I lived in the North for over 18 years, and when I was there on active military service. When you go down there, if you think that a poor northerner is not abreast with the current situations in Nigeria, my brother, you have to think again. Because there is nobody in that particular zone that does not have what they commonly call transistor radio. You can get through them to the grassroots in the North through BBC Hausa service, the Dutch Webella, DWTV Hausa service, CNN Hausa service, I think so, and other media outlets. You can get through them. Without that, and like population has shown to Nigerians that is where the bulk of the electorates are. So Peter Obi must devise means to break the jinx of getting into this particular set of people in the North. he will be, once this jinx is broken down there, then you will see people will be, the message he is preaching will be resonating in the ears of the ordinary people in the north, and he will break that, let's say, control this our, political, the politicians, the elites has used to cage these people. Don't be surprised what is going to happen. If that is done, man, you will see the weight of Labour Party and P2B,
God bless you,
on
sir.
that 2023 election. Thank you, and God bless you, sir.
God bless you so much, sir, for that wonderful contribution. I appreciate every one of you today for your contribution. We are going to be rounding up now, but I'm going to give everyone back again 1 minute. That 1 minute is just to speak to Nigerians in 60 seconds. I would like to start with Mr. CM. No, sorry, not Mr. CM, Mr. Alex. Mr. Alex, if you're still there with us, my brother, please use your 1 minute to talk to Nigerians. 1 minute, please.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. I want to remind you people of Joseph and Pharaoh. When Joseph had a dream that economic problems were coming. And I mean, when Pharaoh had a dream, rather, about economic problems in Egypt, they could not interpret those dreams. He was threatening to kill all his dreamers and wise men until they brought Joseph to him. After Joseph interprets Pharaoh's dream in the Bible, he said he had to set a man over Egypt and save prudently a wise man who has the Spirit of God, so that to forestall the disaster coming. Pharaoh looked around. He didn't consider tribe. He didn't consider nationality. He didn't consider religion, because Joseph was from the Jewish tribe. He said, "Who else will I ensure apart from you?" Immediately, they put the ring of the king on Joseph and made him second in command. That's how they rescued Egypt from that disaster. To cut the long story short, he became a prime minister in a land he was not even a citizen. There are times you put sentiment aside and save yourself, and save your future, and save the nation. The king was wise. He was a wise king. So, gentlemen and ladies, Peter Obi, he may not be Yoruba, he may not be outside, he may not be anything, but he has the spirit and the wisdom to rescue us economically and set us on the path of greatness. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my lovely brother Alex. I appreciate you and for your contribution. I'll move on to Mr. CM. Mr. CM, sir, you have 1 minute. Round up, send message, please.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Niger Watch. Just like my erudite panelist, Alex, has said, I will also add what Mao Zedong said. It is not the color of the cat that matters. It's the cat that can catch the rat. In other words, put all sentiments aside. P2B did not just happen. People prayed for P2B to come out, but they didn't know it was P2B. They didn't mention the name. People must have prayed last year, God, give us a savior that will help us. Now, that is that savior. It is not for nothing that somebody like this, like P2B, is coming at this time. Put sentiment aside. All what you should be saying is, God, let P2B not disappoint, because he won't disappoint. Say, God, if this is the man you've given us to save us, may it come through, because we've suffered enough. Those of us abroad are afraid of coming home for obvious reasons, you know it. If those of you at home are not safe, is it the person who is arriving at the airport and then trying to maybe where do you know you have to go? So please, it's a plea. Let us put sentiments aside. Vote for P2B. There is something in that man that made people in the church to keep shouting for 2 minutes, even when they've not seen anything yet. I thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. CM. We're going to be coming live again tonight, this evening by 6 p.m. Please, everybody in the world, to join us. Let's move on now to Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins, I'm back to you again for just 1 minute. Speak to Nigerians. 1 minute. Okay, Mr. Collins is not available right now. Okay, let's move to Vine Maxwell. Vine Maxwell,
Thank you.
one.
Thank you so much, my brother. And I will just address Nigerians, in this way. You know what you want, and you know how to get about it. If you feel like P2B is the person that is going to deliver to you and give you good structures instead of strong men, go for him. For me, I believe that before P2B goes in there, the right thing must be done, which is the Constitution of Nigeria, which was not delivered by the Nigerian people themselves, 1999, rather the military guys. If you feel that P2B is the one that is going to do that has the magic wands to change the status quo as it is now, please go for him. And I will be supporting you people, because the peace in Liberia, gives me peace here in Ghana, where I am staying. Thank you so much, and God bless you all.
God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. I would like us to watch this.
With us tonight, Mr.
I want us to watch this video for the last time before we round up. I appreciate every one of you. Before I play this, thank you. I would like to appreciate our continuous supporter financially, amongst others, Mr. Joseph Oji. Thank you very much today for your super chat. I'm so grateful. At least money where I want to go buy better water where I go drink, or rather wine this afternoon now. Joseph Oji, it already put on for our pocket. Thank you very much for supporting this platform continuously. We are grateful. We are grateful. We are grateful for every one of you that will be supporting us financially and otherwise, sharing our videos, liking our videos. We want to say we are grateful. Thank you very much. Continue to encourage us to do more for you. Without you guys, we cannot go anywhere. Thank you. Let's listen to this video again. It's a 2-minute video. I love it. I'm going to continue to reference to this video for a very, very long time. Thank you.
And we also have with us tonight Mr. Peter Obi, who has joined us in for the service this evening. Hallelujah. We're happy to have you with us tonight. Hallelujah. Amen. All right. About this. Okay.
You see, whenever I watch this video, I'm just happy. I'm even feeling some goosebumps around me. This is what Nigerians want now. You cannot change it. Are you gonna tell me now that they paid these people to do this? This is organic. Peter Obi's supporters, followers are organic. Peter Obi, as we speak now, don't even have the right to say, I know they do again. He go fall for trouble. If Peter Obi come out today and say, I know they do again, he cannot. No worry. Campaign they start in the next 1 or 2 weeks from now. We cannot wait for this. I'm grateful to God that I have a platform where I can air my view. I have a platform where my people can join me for us to speak of the things that is affecting you and I. I'm so grateful. When I was building this platform 12 years ago, I never knew that this day will come. I cannot wait to rejoice over this. And I will never have anything to regret by supporting Peter Obi. Never. I have a conscience. You have a conscience. It's up to you. What you want to do with your conscience, it's up to you. If you want to use your conscience to support those that is part of those killing us, it's up to you. At the end, your conscience, that same conscience, will ask you. We all have one life to live. Support what is right. It doesn't matter who is doing what is right. It doesn't matter who is doing what is wrong. Don't support it. Even though it's your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, your husband, your son, your daughter, your friend, your colleagues, your neighbor that is doing what is wrong, expose them. I've said it over and over again. Anybody watching me, you have anything against me, come on air, expose me. If you come to lie, people, there's no two ways about it. You will be exposed. Come out. I stand for what is right. Since I was born, I always stand for what is right. In fact, I've lost friends. Do you know why? Because I've always stand for what is right. And they don't like it, then I will lose them. Remember, many of us pray every time. God, any of my enemy, anybody that doesn't like me, send them away from us. The same God will answer your prayer. It's still same you that will go to the same God. God, why me? Nobody they call me. God, why me? My good friend, don't leave me. But you prayed against it. Stand for what is right. Peter Obi is the only man right now amongst the three horse race. Tinubu is a no-go area. Atiku is a no-go area. PDP is a devilish party. APC is a devilish party. You cannot change the narrative. These people doesn't have anything to offer you and I. They don't have anything to offer you and I. Thank you, my people. We'll round up here. Join us later on. God bless every one of you. I appreciate you all for your continued support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a blessed Sunday, and I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.